today we're focused on creating color wheel and its organizational categories, and we will have an output as the following: color wheel, primary colors, secondary colors, complementary colors, and etc. So how we're going to do it: first, let's open the Photoshop and then open the file, PDF file. I think we can open a PDF file. Let's open that one if it's possible. I think it's possible because I've been editing in the past. So we're going to import the last page, this one. Just select the 20th page, that's where the color wheel is. And then what our professor said is that in the direction laboratory activity using Adobe Photoshop, create the color wheel and its organizational categories. Outputs are as follows, okay? And never mind about how I look. I feel so damn cold because it's 16 degrees right now. And so let's go back to our file. Control plus. So how are we going to approach this one? So in order for us to approach this one, just select on the selection tool. Choose the selection tool and make a selection, just like that. Then go to file and then new, and then create new document. And there you go. Once you're done, just click on the move tool and then move this one to this working area. So I guess it's a little bit too big. Control Alt I, inches, 6 by 5 inches. So we'll stick to this one. So if it's too big, Control T to transform, then Control minus to zoom out, and then press on Shift and then adjust it to your preferred size. So for me, I'm going to do it like this. Okay, I think this is quite big enough. Okay, and then Control plus. Now we already have that, but we want to separate the layers and make a copy from this layer. So this is the original layer, right? So what we're going to do first is to add a new layer. As I've mentioned before, you can find the add new layer here in the layer window. And there you go, we've created it. And then Control plus again to zoom in, and then start working on your project. And today we're going to use the pen tool, then Control plus to zoom in again, and then yes, it's a nice circle. Just trace along its edges. Okay. Just left click on the points, and then as you can see, if it's a curved line, there's no. If you want the selection to follow the curved line, you have to add another point at the middle, and then while pressing Control, you can see the pointer will change. While pressing Control, left click on that point that you made, and then you can move adjustments, and then you can move it up or down, and that's about it. And then make another point there. Oh, let me move that one. So if you want to move the points, you just have to press the Control while clicking on it and dragging it. Okay, then the last one, of course, it's a straight line, but we have to add another point in the middle, and then pressing Control again and drag it to the proper place. And then as you can see, the points are not connected yet, and in order for us to make a selection, we have to connect all the points together. And there you go. Then once you're done with that, just right click and then make selection, and do not add any radius. It should be 0. Okay, then okay, and then go to color picker and select the red, this one, the one you're working with. So that's it, you just copied the color of this one, and then make a copy of this, Ctrl C, and then go to paint bucket tool and then start flooding it. Now the reason we copied the color code is that we'll have to put it here, okay, for the naming of the layer, and then maybe name it red, and then it's code, okay, then it will serve as our guide. Great, now we're done with that. Let's move to the other one. Now if you look at the whole thing, I think this one has the same size with that one, the one opposite to it. So let's just duplicate it, the layer, by pressing Ctrl J. Now once you're done duplicating it, press Ctrl T and then right click that and flip vertical, okay, and then move the image here on the green one. Let's check it first. Okay, so let's flip again and flip Ctrl Z. Flip horizontally, okay, and then change this to green. And then double click the layer, the current layer, and so that we'll be able to change its color. So here, this is the blend. This is called the blending options, and you can access that by double clicking the layer itself, or select the layer and press this one. Okay.
I know that.
Effects, blending options. Okay. That's the same thing, but it's easier if you just double click it. And then to change its color, go to the color overlay and then press on the color picker and then click on the green one, because that is the one that we're copying. And then once you're done, Ctrl T and move it on its proper place. So Ctrl plus. Let's just remove the overlay first so that you can actually toggle the effect by clicking on the little eye. If you tick it off, the blending options will be removed, and then if you tick it on, it will apply once again. So let's just remove that one first so that we'll be able to see where we're placing this one. And I think that's the perfect fit. And then tap it back on to apply the changes. So we're done with these two. Then let's just go to the naming. The color. Select color overlay and copy the code. Ctrl C. The reason I'm doing this one, because if we're planning to do some designs in the future, we can use this one as a basis for our color changes. So does the other color options, like the primary, secondary, and whatsoever. Okay. Now let's speed this up and do it by yourself. Probably now you already know what to do. guess we're done with this color wheel, and we'll just have to put a label in it. And color wheels and organizational. Color wheel and categories. Now, where is it? Let's just save this one. This will be there. Jherome, love, DDD. Save. For JPEG, one for PNG. Oh, I mean one PSD and one PNG. Done. I removed the background to make it transparent. And there you have it. And if you're done with this one, I bet it's really easy for you to do the rest of the color wheel categories. Okay, thanks again for watching, and now please subscribe also and share it to your friends or to your classmates. And now I'm going to speed it up and do the rest, and just record the whole thing. Okay, see you, and subscribe for more videos.